Oh, interesting. Okay, it didn't start, or maybe it did. Okay, it shows me that it's live for 5 seconds, so it did. Okay, so today we're looking a bit more into Mastodon and how people are trying to migrate to it. I'm building a tool that will hopefully help you kind of like find people to follow, and it can even make following you a bit easier. So the problem with basically like Mastodon links is that every instance is separate, and you can only follow like your version of the profile. So you have to find it. You have to find user from other server on your server and follow that user there. So I looked into API a bit. So basically, like every user from every server has to have like your local user ID before you can follow it. And there was a tweet about like, hey, I have like this cute idea how to how to help with that. Basically, you write here your instance, and you write user. So yeah, doesn't have like a helpful kind of like invalid username. Is it like that? Yeah. So now if I pass this link, it will take into account like which instance I have, and it will redirect me to that instance, and I can easily follow someone from there. So if I open this one, it should redirect me right into. Okay, it's taking some time. I guess it's like a serverless infrastructure or whatnot. Okay, I don't know why it's taking that long, but when it works, it will work for your instance. So, okay. Now, what do we do? We need to do something. I guess I could talk a bit about what I'm using right now. So this is, I guess, I'm not sure what's the best way to show it. I guess like read config, right? So we are using solid start, and we are using solid islands and island router. So which means that pages like that, they have really small amount of JavaScript, but you're still using client-side navigation, which is kind of cool. Okay, and I don't remember if I said hi to you, Thomas, but hi. And you're my like follower number 19 out of 20. Whatever like Twitch suggests to have like a follower goals, and it shows me in the UI somewhere, so I can probably show it here. I think I can like embed it somewhere, but I didn't bother to look into that. Okay. Yeah. If you're going to subscribe to me on YouTube, that's going to be like 380 or something. So it's not as a exclusive club, right? Okay. I don't know if you have any questions or maybe like stuff that you want to do you want me to do kind of like first? This is going to be like a really casual stream. I didn't come up with like a good thumbnail, so I don't think that's going to be like a big video. I just want to make this website, so it's more focused on getting stuff done than doing something like too much interesting, if that makes sense. So I think maybe I should do this. Okay, let me find all the okay, it's complaining about bitrate. I don't know if that's like a real thing or maybe it is. Okay. It shows here. It shows here as green. Yeah, but that's probably like too little. I tried to play with my settings and maybe I messed something up. So maybe the whole YouTube VOD is going to be broken because I played with settings. But hey, as I said, casual stream. We're not going to care about that too much. Okay, so the plan is to show what I have right now. So I have like my mastodon, and I know that Anthony Fu has his mastodon because he has it on his website. Now if I press follow, it shows me, hey, good luck, but you're not signed in on this server. So I need to copy this. I go to my instance. I try to find where I have the search. I think it's like Explorer. Then I click on this. Yeah, this like gray on gray color scheme is is really tiring. So is here. I actually follow him. So I guess that's one step done. Now if I go to my who I follow, if I find him, I can go to basically tag Twitter import. This is like a bit of a tool that I wrote using Ultra HTML. This one. Yeah, basically like HTML parser. And if I copy this HTML from like all those users, I can paste it here and I can see those users. So they're going to be added to this JSON. I can remove people that I already have in it. So it will have just Anthony. So I can copy it. Then I go to like this one, latest one. I add it here. So this is how user gets into the database. So what even is mastodon? Oh, I have follower. I have a follower now, 20. Okay, great. And now I can reset my goal because it's really important to as soon as you get this achievement, you need to start a new one, and it's like, please someone follow me. I just have 10 followers missing. Is that how I do it? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, Vish Zara. I don't think we ever met. Oh yeah, I was going to show the chat for this link. By the way, Thomas, how I guess like when did you first heard about Mastodon and its decentralized religion? Right. How do I create a bookmarklet? Codepen. Oh, you wrote it yourself. I know that there are like things like that are floating around. Or you can just like, okay, that's cool. Cool kind of like presentation. Okay, let me. I recently almost figured out how to do. Uh, I should probably set it up properly, but not at this moment. Okay, so I know for a couple of years, opened my account in January. Okay, so did you do something with API? Because this is something that I want to figure out. API stuff is really. I tried to do like my original. Oops. My original idea with this was to try to do it with API, and it was basically impossible. Nope, never got so far. Yeah, that's okay. I will try to do window capture. I was going to set it up eventually, so um okay, macOS screen capture. That's almost the same. It seems like it's going to be the whole no. Okay, I can select Twitch chat. Okay. And I can move it here where it's not covering as much. And this way I can keep it. Now I press this button, I can clip it a bit. I press this one, I can clip it a bit more. Okay, so this is my like top Twitter or like streamer moment. This is uh, this is best streaming setup I ever had. Okay, so what were the questions again? I forgot. Um, right, so like decentralized microblogging. So I used a lot of things. So I recently remembered that the first microblogging platform that I used was Google Buzz. Then I had for longest time like my main platform was this. I forgot if it's like Ukrainian or Russian website. Like at that point, it didn't matter. um, but yeah, I think I had it for like 5 years or something. So uh, then it was like Google Plus, and now I'm kind of like back to Twitter or maybe to Mastodon, right? I think I first heard about Mastodon maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, and I didn't really. I used Pounds. Okay, Pounds. I don't know if I heard that. 2007. So is that before Twitter then? don't remember where when Twitter happened. But yeah, looks almost as cool as IRC or not IRC, ICQ. Okay, so I can have some stuff here. Wow, you like this has so much like UX kind of like considerations. This is cool. I wonder if chat is too small on the stream. Oh yeah, when I click on it, it changes. Cool. If I resize it, what will happen? Oh, let's get resized kind of like that. So if I resize it like that, I know there are like all those like real embeddable chats, but I'm not sure I want to deal with that. Okay. Okay. This is probably as good as it's ever going to look. But okay, so here let's read a bit into it. And is that like the URL? I think I need to like put it into description later. If this is the URL I should use. Okay, so from the instance we just need the host. So, but from the link when you want to follow someone, I think it's yeah, I don't know. I tried to come up with like a solution on the spot how to make it even better, but I think you can't. Okay, so parsing URL. I got some sound notification, but I don't know from where. So I'm going to ignore it. So we're looking for user and user instance. So if path name has, oh, interesting, because it still can be wrong instance technically, right? Because this could be, is this website really down? This is bad. Maybe this is going to be our first priority by replacing this website. I think the point of this bookmarklet is that basically you're clicking on everyone, and then you have to click on your bookmarklet for each of them. But here, if I set it in advance on my website, then everyone that I click is already on the right instance. So this is kind of like this is optimizing because we already have a lot of users, and for yours it makes sense that you don't have like a list of the users that you want to visit. Okay, so I didn't read it. So if the whole username is in path, we take that. If we don't have the instance, we just have the username, because you can do which one was it? So Anthony has something like this. So this is the username and this is the instance. but it could have been something like that. Okay, go for the sound again. I don't know what's happening. Do you even have an internet? What's happening? Maybe that's just like Twitter notifications. Maybe I should just close everything. You won't hear sounds because not capturing them for the stream. You can hear it. How? Okay, that's interesting. Because I have like in my OBS, I have this screen capture like sound meter, but I don't know if it will works because I never seen it work. Okay, so let's hope that wherever the sound came from, we will hear it again. I think the thing about Mastodon is that because it's using service workers, it will oh, I have one more chatter in I have one more chatter on YouTube, and it's Wish Solidar, and we had a Wish Zara on Twitch. So a lot of wishes coming around. But I think on YouTube I'm like streaming in extremely low quality or something. So I don't know if it even works, but let's hope that it does. Anyway, so I was talking about service workers, and basically Mastodon. Yeah, I have two notifications from Mastodon that were pretty recent, but I didn't see the exact time. So yeah, so let's keep an eye. Maybe that's where the sound comes. Okay. I mean, okay. I'm going to open. I'm going to open. Which is which lo-fi girl, right? What's happening?
Want to join the six-figure club? Google and
Okay, I see it's capturing.
Other tech companies are hiring hundreds of thousands of...
Yeah, you can hear it. That's crazy. Because it was such a hassle try to capture the sound. So like I did one. I can stream the sound now. That's that's cool. And that's bad because I don't know how to turn off Mastodon notifications now. Do they have settings? Notifications. Sound. Didn't see anything for sound. Yeah. So I have this problem on my phone because on the phone I signed in with browser, and I have a separate like PWA app, and now for everything I get the noise twice. And it doesn't happen all the time twice, but it's real annoying. And I have no idea where I can change any of that stuff. So that's fun. Uh, okay, so and Mastodon is that again. That's fun as well. I think I tried to follow Anthony for like a day. His server was down, something like that. So yeah, that was fun. Um, so that's cool. So what we learned today, right? So we looked at your uh, bookmark. Uh, I think Elizabeth, Beth. In Russian, we have this name, and it's there are like so many ways to say it. In English, apparently too. So we have source code for this one. Oh wow, so much stuff. Was kind of like expecting a bit less. So user regex, user domain, span, window replace. Okay, interesting. So this this is like not even inside of use effect, and this is turning into like code review. So where do we start? Uh, so she uses a bit different uh, regex. So you're just splitting by uh, hmm, hmm. Okay, interesting. So because users can have uh, like hmm, rums user. Okay, so this is just a path, and where did I close it? Is that the same thing? Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should add link to this then. Okay. So okay. So there is regex. We're looking for domain, and okay, it can show an error if URL is wrong, but then it tries to do prefers preferred instance. Oh, interesting. It even tries to strip the. Maybe that's actually important. Um, here's an example. This is for your profile. Your instance is in the web social. Okay, so I clicked on your link and it sent me to my instance. That's interesting. Maybe they don't want to um, spend like CPU resources on trying to import like every user. So basically, so this is like, will that work? It doesn't work, but it doesn't show up like in your errors as well. And security portals. Okay, that's fun. But I wonder if I do like mastodon social. Right. So count lookup. Interesting. So this looks like a public API, if you ask me. Okay. So I'm looking up through this instance API. So if I do fast.org, it will show me like this user ID. And if I now go to mastodon social, mastodon, I almost messed this up. Okay, so this one ends in 578. Yeah, so this is basically like my this is how my user looks through that instance. And the thing that I was looking for is avatar because it's not really like obvious how we can find all this information. But that's cool. So I could be, this is actually like a good API. This is something that we can use. Okay, so we should do a bit of coding. Or should we do memeing? By the way, I muted uh, I muted sound in OBS, so hopefully if the next time something like blinks or blips, I will be the only one who hears it. But it would be fun to check if that's true. I mean, I can probably turn on the lo-fi girl again. Where is she? Yeah, no sound. Okay, that's good. Okay, so um, so first, just in case if you are new and you never seen Vite or Solid or all the other stuff that I'm using right now, this is on my GitHub. It's called Verified because it has like a funny song, but that one is probably copyrighted, so I'm not going to try it. So you can clone it if you want, and once you clone it, once you install all the dependencies, you can do you have like yarn? Oh yeah, I use bun here, but I don't add my log file to Git because it's like a mess with bun at the moment. And I'm also, speaking of Anthony Fu, I'm using Ni, which is and Fu Ni, and Fu, which is a pretty cool kind of like global utility that you install. It's basically an alias for all the other packages. So I think there's like even like an A. So it will like return you your current package manager. So for this project, it will return Bon, but for other ones, it will be like yarn, pnpm, or what's the other one? npm. I almost forgot what people think is the important one. Okay, so in our case, it's like ni is to install dependencies, and nr is to run stuff. So like nr def is to run def instance. So this should be running, and URL that we're going to use is tag Twitter. Oops. What happened? Okay, I don't know what happened, but okay. So this is the URL. So we had Erica twice. We removed her locally, and now she's here just once. So now the question: what do we do with Mastodon users? So right now we are using this. I can't send everyone to your bookmarklet because that's something that you have locally. But basically, we want to have. I was thinking how to like introduce it gently. My idea was that when you click on like one link and it opens maybe like direct link for this user, maybe like on the like after 3 clicks or something like that, it will say, hey, do you want to get link that is like local for your instance? Something like that. And another thing is, how do I add my own instance? So it would be cool if you can do any like auth stuff, but even then we have to know instance first. Yeah, and it would be cool to have like some kind of like autocomplete and all that stuff. So it's like this project could be how to say it. You could do a lot of stuff here, and also note about like HMR. Because I'm using islands, it doesn't actually have HMR, or maybe like Solid itself doesn't have HMR. I'm kind of like less clear on that. But if I change anything, so where is it? Like lol. That's me lol. It will. This one actually worked. I have the other one, which is for import. Basically, whatever I have here, it always gets reset. Yeah, by the way, I should use localhost. I don't know how to set up VOD to properly work. Oh, okay, I heard the sound. Yeah, it was for sure was from Mastodon, but now how they? Okay, I can reset permissions, and maybe that will turn off the sound. Okay, we will see. Fun sound debugging adventures. Okay. Oof. I was expecting for us to get much more progress than this, but hey. Where do we start? I think the idea that I like is, what if I could send a link? So this one is like picking me, but what if I don't know, like Ben Holmes could send someone a link where he is on the first place just because that's like his link? And so I'm basically thinking tag Twitter / like Ben Holmes. Yes, add a query param. Right. So query param sounds good. because there could be like multiple options. So one option is I could basically recreate this Mastodon profile website with ideas that if someone have set up like their instance and stuff, maybe okay, so we have two options. Say we have tech Twitter, where's bin homes? Okay, I can select it. Okay, I can select it like that. So say we have Ben Homes. So right now it's, I mean, yeah, sure, query param, go. So it could build something like that, and it basically, it could just work as the same thing. It just like redirects you to his website, and maybe if you have set up your instance before, it uses your instance. Then maybe like after 3 redirects, it doesn't redirect it automatically and like stops you and says, hey, you need to pick up your instance because you're like wasting your time. And it could have like multiple options, right? So the option of like going like always making sure that person has entered their should probably write it out. So it reminds me of like auth login, where you could sign in like transparently, just like right away. Or you could be forcing user to select user again, because if you have like 5 Google accounts, maybe you signed out with the idea that you want to change your Google account. You don't want it to kind of like automatically select it, like first user or something like that. So maybe it could be like go user, and maybe it's something like show user, right? So just show it here as a first person, and then just show the rest. And I was also thinking that if you're like not at the top of the list, maybe it like scrolls into your position and like marks you as like, oh wow, like I'm higher than Thomas but lower than Batak or something like that. So I don't know, like scroll. Something like that. Okay. So it would be nice if it was a grid, right? Because they are not taking that much space. It's just the UI that they took from. So if I wonder if I go to my profile and click like follower, something like that. Yeah. So this is the UI that they took. If I get it right, so they have just like split like that. Yeah. So it doesn't look that ridiculous, but it looks pretty ridiculous here. Yeah. By the way, I'm so bad at CSS. I'm just hoping that someone who's good at CSS will just create a PR and will help me, because yeah, that's not my strong suit. So I was going to say that this Go thing, I like it because if I somehow okay. So right now this one is using server, but I haven't set up any databases and stuff yet, but I could set it up, and potentially you could have like a account or something like that. And if server knows your instance, when I see like go URL, I could just like server redirect you, so you wouldn't even like load the app. It would just like go through the server, and I mean it's a bit upsetting, right? So it's like I didn't get the clicks or whatever, like page views, but I think as a function, it's actually like pretty cool, and we can imagine that all of those links could be those like Go links, and you could just like copy and pass it to someone else, and it's like, hey, like uh, follow this guy, and so hopefully you're just adding this link to your like website or something, right? So you have like contacts, and you're like, this is my Twitter and this is my Mastodon, but you're using like my proxy. And if user has their instance picked up on the server, it's just like a 301 redirected, like. But if they don't have it set up, like we will ask them to set up, and if you select like show or scroll, it will be landing on our page and not just like redirecting. So yeah, and speaking of CSS, I want to add all kinds of like stuff, and especially if you can sign in, it would be really cool to see like, hey, I already follow that person. This is like maybe you have like a checkbox like don't show me the ones that I already follow. So, but for this you need to like auth and stuff. So we can figure that out a bit later when we can do when we can store something on the server. Because there is fun in not starting anything on the server. Okay, so but then again, I kind of want to have some kind of login page. Okay, so let's go to Tailwind CSS user profile user selector, and let's just find let's just find some template that looks like a I guess it's not called like that, but profile menu bar. Oh yeah, this is close to what we need. So yeah, it's a bit silly. Like on this on this breakpoint, it's no wait, this one is a bit silly, but close enough. Okay, hope you're not breaking any like licenses and stuff. You're not probably going to use all of it. So first thing I want to figure out is layouts. So let's start nested routing. That's the wrong one again. Okay. Okay, that's not it as well. Start solid.com. JS. Okay, so routing. I think it's just like layouts. Yeah, so this is layouts. The user project. Outlet. Okay, interesting. So if I have this, okay, so if I have here file that is called tech.tsx, and if I use this template, okay, cannot property ID. Okay, is that the time to restart it? No, I think we broke something. Okay, so router. So if I don't have outlet, it just stops here. Well, so what is AD? What is AD? Okay, what about import? Okay, import works. Okay. By the way, Thomas, if you're still here, I wonder what you're doing here because it's probably like 2 a.m. in New York for you. Okay. I guess it's a laughing matter for you not to get proper sleep. Okay, so it's not users layout, but it's tag Twitter layout. And we still need to figure out why it's not working. Okay, did it magically stop working? Oh, maybe it was because of our Go stuff? What's happening? Okay. 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 So query params are crashing. So let's not worry about query params for now. Let's do like menu stuff. So here's nav stuff. And because we are using solid, we don't need to change classes, but we need to remove comments. In Astro, you don't need to do either of those. So let's call it like nav, and let's return it. And here, let's close it. So let's remove all the comments. So please keep bugging me. Okay, and it kind of works. So now we can do some nav. Okay, something happened. Yeah. So all this is SVG stuff. So we only need another action. Either breakpoints, or do we need like JavaScript for it to work? Huh. Okay, so it's a button. It's some div that I would expect have like a breakpoints, but it's not. Okay, it has some ID. Do they have like a CSS that's not there? Okay, this is pretty confusing. Maybe I should just look for another one. Okay. Yeah, something like this. Pricing. Do I have to pay for something? CC by. Okay, so let's start with this. And didn't work for some reason. Okay, so we have comments again. Yeah, just one comment. Okay. Okay, this is much more. There's something eating my CPU, and I don't know what. Okay. Hopefully it's better now. So I like this. So we have some logos, some brand name, which could be, I don't know, I'm verified. I need like a I need some kind of logo for that. I was thinking like QR codes, but then it's like inside of QR code, you also need like a logo. So, yeah. Okay. So our plan is to probably to comment out everything that we're not using right now. So home about. So do we have home twice or how does it work? Probably something that we need to do with CSS, but we're not gonna. So we're hiding UL. Okay, was load bearing UL. So can we hide li? No. Can we hide most of li's? Yes. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't expect that. Why is it here? Okay. So maybe they're... Okay, so this one is align center. Maybe if this is aligned in some other way. Self aligned, maybe. Self something. Self justify items. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Okay. Okay, if your instance is mastodon redirect set, interesting. Okay. That makes sense. Where do you store it? Local storage. Okay. So if I open it now, it says not found. Because I didn't set it. Oh. That one bra has joined us. Space between. Okay, I think you're helping me with CSS stuff, right? Okay, so if I've set my stuff first, it's set, then it works. Okay, so it was expecting. I guess it should show a bit like nicer error. It doesn't work, but yeah. You snagged cool name. Yeah, by the way, no one knows about Dino, so whatever like nice, cool, short name I come up with, it's always free. So it's really cool. Okay, so if I set this one and I open this one, it will redirect me to this one. Okay, but it doesn't do it doesn't check if it's the same. I think your bookmark also doesn't check for it. Yeah, basically like this doesn't work. You need to remove it for it to work. So, oh, you set up your GitHub verification. I think that one is hard. Okay, so that one, bro. Do you have a name? I think you have a name. I don't remember, but so hi, that one, bro. I'm basically working on my. So right now it's called I'm verified tech Twitter, but I will be moving to some shorter shorter URLs eventually. But the idea is that for people who are fleeting Twitter but still want to follow some, let's say, them important people, uh, you can go to this page and they are sorted by their Twitter followers. So like Jake and Jason and this Jason and Surma, they're higher, and someone like next.js guy or our friend Thomas, they're kind of like lower. I think this is like still like few thousand Twitter followers, and I think I only included people who have like 3,000 or something like that. So that was kind of like the cutoff, but I don't remember now. Yeah, and we're trying to figure out the best way to kind of like deal with redirects. So because everyone has their own instance, you can't just follow easily everyone. So because Thomas is on different instance, when I click on to follow, it says, hey, you're not on this instance, like use this URL. And this is pretty manual, because if I okay, I need different browser. So my instance is mastodon, and if I get URL like that, so like Thomas and then his host name, this URL will actually I can interact and I can follow him, but I can't do it here. So that's kind of like the idea. And it looks like Thomas, instead of going to sleep, wrote this server, and it's pretty cool because it's like how headless it is. Yeah, it just has this one bug at this good effort. I mean, I don't really have like a how do I say it? Dog in the race, horse in the race, one of those. I'm not like, I don't want Twitter to succeed. I don't want like Mastodon to succeed. It just like felt like a uh, how do I say it? Old Mastodon stuff. It's a lot of I would say people who are probably like more backend oriented. They're like pops up stuff and like this and that, and it's cool and all, but it's it lacks so much like polish and kind of like simplest things that if you're like a front end developer you would do. So there is like alternative client written in Svelte. So they're like, hey, our client is like fastest in town. It's not good UX, and Twitter set bar pretty low. Exactly. That's exactly the point. And So I want to search something. Okay, so here it works, but it's like not everywhere. uh, where where was the other weird one? Maybe it wasn't Mastodon. So this one is using uh, like default front end that comes with the server. And I think if you go to search here, it's not. Uh, okay, maybe now I don't remember where it was, but there was some place where like focus is not working properly and all that stuff. So uh, and simplest stuff is like, why wouldn't it show how many retweets and how many like likes this post has, or like replies or something? And you have to like click to everything to look into it. So it's, yeah, they just don't care about users. I mean, they care. I'm just joking, but there is a lot of a lot of space for improvement, and I'm thinking all of those like centralized, uh, governed by like one person services like redirects and some kind of like cool user directories could be done. Uh, is it a React client? Um, that's an interesting question. So, I'm almost sure that it's Vue, but I don't remember. Vue client. Hmm, I don't remember. We can probably just inspect some stuff and maybe we can see it. Oh yeah, it's React. 16. So there's that. This is probably like a Redux, right? Store observables, get state. If it has focus issues, then it's a React. Yeah, probably. I think, yeah. So it doesn't it doesn't like focus automatically, but if you start typing, it actually will focus it. Yeah, and like not right away. So if I type like QWERTY, okay, I didn't get it. You have to press special keys to get into it. If I press S, it goes into search. So maybe, yeah, I have no idea. Maybe it makes sense for some kind of V or Linux or whatever demographic they were going for. Special keys in the source. I don't know. I it looked clunky, and that's kind of like all that I remembered about it. Oh wow, you're you're adding more stuff. Redirect and test. And test shows your instance. Okay, so if I go um, in, Okay, so it still has this bug with the other stuff. So, and you still have no UI to set this. So I need to create this UI. We wanted to start with, so basically this website that I wrote, I want to add few kind of like creature comforts. And it's using solid start, so I want to figure out how to use layouts and stuff. And so far it looks like so this is kind of like the plan. So this is our layout. It will add navigation on top, and then it just shows whatever the children of this route are going to render. And I didn't like this stuff, and I think you said that I should do space between. And there are actually like 3 of them. So it's a like logo, the like user image, and then it's a menu of things. So we don't actually need it. It's just there because it needs to have like a certain height. So if I hide it, like the size is changing. So, and I think it's based on paddings. But if I probably just find like some kind of height that it should be at, probably going to be enough. Yeah. So here I want to do some kind of like generic like user SVG dark mode. Um, maybe it's the space between. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I'm really. I don't really care about CSS. I just do like exact minimum to get stuff done and no more. So I'm looking for something, some kind of like silhouette for like a user silhouette. Icon. I don't know. Okay. So Flowbyte was this thing, and we have like a user something profile. Basically need kind of like placeholder, kind of like default profile. Okay. This doesn't look like license. Okay. So they forked it from they forked it from Bootstrap, and they want to add MIT license for their stuff. Okay. Copyright is by this guy, but thanks. Okay, so watch could be interesting. What dark could be interesting. Oh yeah, that's exactly it. JL. How do they know? How would they possibly know? Thank you. Okay, so this is the thing that we're getting. And so what's the just like button in the image? Picture 3. Okay. Okay, it fit right out. Except that we need to collapse some tag. Okay. And so data mining. Yeah. I was afraid of that, but it looks like it's just a static thing. It just happened to be my my username. Okay, so the question now is where this should go. I want to have some kind of drop down. Do they have drop downs? Drop down new. Yeah, so this is kind of stuff that we're going for. I don't know how we are supposed to do interactivity. That's the part. Okay, so solid is not happy with image tags. What is it not happy with again? Okay, it doesn't want to format it, so has to be something wrong with it, but I don't know what. Did I copy like a wrong thing, or what's happening? Okay, so we crashed our server, which again, this happens with Vite. I'm not too much happy about it. Okay, so so this is our image, and instead of that image, we want to have this SVG. Oh, not this one. Oh, that's for menu stuff. Okay, I'm a bit lost. Where's our SVG then? Okay, maybe we put it in the wrong place. I wish it wasn't doing all of this CSS stuff, but okay. So this was working fine, except that you want it to be some kind of drop down. So we have all of this dashboard stuff. We already have all of this pointy green stuff. So it's hidden right now. We show it, it shows up like that. Why it's not showing up like that for them? Are you guys using something? Do you have any special CSS that I don't know? Okay, position absolute. So what's changing when I click on it? Hidden and block. Okay. Oops. Okay. What about position absolute? Should I just add it? Okay. So okay. It's not it. This button is for open user menu. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just picking random stuff and hope that it works. um, so my plan right now is probably to copy it here, remove this, to close this image tag, to see what happened, and to try to find that drop down. Okay, and add absolute to it. Okay. Yeah, but this one doesn't even have a relative. Yeah, so I don't know how that works. So it seems like the code that I'm looking at is not exactly the code that I get when I press copy. So that's kind of my understanding of it. Okay. Anyway, so first I wanna take this SVG. How many SVGs do we have? So one should be like for I guess. Like some drop down. Okay. This is close. Okay. So this is not it. So the one that has even odd twice is not it. Oh, well, both of them have. Okay, so one is M3, the other is M10. So let's imagine that we want an M10. Okay, so almost it. Probably need to copy the whole div. Yes. Oh, I think I figured it out. You figured out what? Yes, they're using JavaScript. They are using some kind of JavaScript, but they're not giving it to me. So I have to improvise. So now, if I yeah, that's why it's easier to do stuff without zod.js. I think it's part of their product. Oh, I see. Yeah, like JavaScript part is not the complicated part. It's all the icons and stuff. So, so now is the now we're doing tricks. So we're doing solid start with island mode. So whatever JSX we are writing, it's not running on the server. So we could write something like script console log 123. Game over money because died again. So and that JavaScript is going to run. So we can do completely kind of vanilla JavaScript. So if you click on this button, because all the buttons have IDs, right? We can write that script and it will work. If you were doing something like Astro, you could write in TypeScript and it will actually like check all of that stuff. So it's a bit Astro is a bit better at writing like vanilla JavaScript than JSX based frameworks because they will have something like this where it's just a string. But we can use islands. And the example where we use islands is something like this. So we can take something like this. So and now instead of like the script, we're putting this counter. So now this counter actually has JavaScript interaction, but if you go to like network tab, I mean it should not be in the dev mode. but the idea is that it's going to be like 6 kilobytes for this whole page. I don't think you can do kind of like stuff like in Astro where you can do like on visible or something like that, but at least at least you can do it, and you can only do solid islands at this time. So why I'm talking about that, because we would need to do our drop down like nav menu as an island, because it will have interaction. So we're calling it I don't know, like nav drop down, hate default exports, and okay, so we will have some state and stuff, and in our in our layout now we want to do nav drop down, and so the code that was for drop down, we want to, so this one is item centers in order to, but this one doesn't have that order stuff. So the right so the right order is this one. It's this mobile menu. Okay, so okay, I didn't copy everything, it seems. So I'm copying from div, and I also include a button. No, that wasn't it. So I need to start from this. Yeah, copy this. We remove all that. Like this and like this. Okay. So this is the stuff. Okay. Did something crash? Happened. Oh, we have. Do we? Okay. So I need to go here. Need to save this one. Okay. Okay, it's working. So now I want to figure out the. Okay, now I have YouTube spam again. Well. Okay, so this works. I think the order got screwed up a bit. All right, because it was supposed to be here. Oops, I think I pressed something. Okay, no, it's fine. So yeah, the order is still wrong. This one is order 1, but this one should be order 2. Okay. I think we're giving up on just thinking that probably. Oh, I see what happened. Something blimped again. And yeah, I'm not sure. I see what happened. This thing was supposed to have that order style. Because islands create a component, it actually messes up with CSS. I think there's like a way in CSS to like ignore a component so that like children's properties are applied. But yeah, as we clearly saw, I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so if I do this, it works. And now this, I will just turn it into a fragment. Okay, so that's the idea. So now, self-closing components. So now we are doing const show. And if I click on a button, we toggle some stuff, and depending on the I don't know all the cool uh, all the cool solid ways of doing CSS classes because they have some. And when I did my Wordle in a solid, I used some of that, but I don't remember now. So if we're doing show, we're doing block. Otherwise, we're doing hidden. So that's our plan. Oh wow, was that from ESLint? No, just from TypeScript. Okay, okay. So that's kind of how it looks, and we're thinking that this should be absolute. Okay, and maybe R2 or something like that. It's not R. What is it? So this thing should have absolute, and is it right? Yeah, right too. Yeah, you see that HMR doesn't work. It like restarts everything. But I think this is as good as it's going to get for us. Okay, so now I think now the question is, what do we show here? And so I'm going to hide everything at this point, and we're going to store it in local storage. I'm just checking if Thomas did more stuff. Oh yeah, and there are some instructions now. Prior art replicates Dino code, Dino server. If your instance is here, refer. Okay, what does it mean, refer? Okay. Okay. What does refer mean? Oh, it returns back. Yeah, that's cool. So I was thinking, um, can I? Okay, hear me out. Um, can I do set refer or like redirect all at the same time? Because I don't need all at the same time, but I think I need. Uh, if I could do set and redirect at the same time, once I ask a user for their instance, I could just turn every link into set and redirect. Does that make sense? Okay. So I think we've gone through. Oh, I see. It's doing transitions, so you don't see when it shows up. Okay, I'll add. Okay, that's great. Uh, okay, so my idea is pretty simple. I will. Mm, what do you do for local storage? Serve client JavaScript. Interesting. Oh, I was thinking like, is that is that like a Dino utility? No, you just wrote it. Okay, so first, I'm not happy uh with like right to. I think it should be more right. Maybe kind of lined up with this. So where's our right to? So maybe like right 10. Yeah. And I think it should be like my2. Yeah, that's how I want to see it. Um, so the plan for us is to make it a bit silly. And okay, so let's hide everything. I mean, sign out is good. Sign out could be can it be a button? Breaks a bit. Is it like inline block, or why would it do this? Margin. Is it because it has margin auto? You know how margins work. I think if margin's 0, will that make it bigger? No. With 100%. Also not exactly what I was going for. Why is it centered? Why is that one is not centered? I'm so confused. Okay. So A is in line. More right, maybe the most right. It was too right. I wanted to be less right. Text center somewhere. So how is this one works? I want to have. I don't want it to be a link. I want it to be a button. But for some reason, there's something buttony going on. that we're getting from appearance button. What's appearance? How does it work? Can I just do like appearance? Like link A? Not, oh no, just A. Right. So let's play with display. Oh, okay. That one's close. We need this now. Yes. I need some of that. Okay. So it should be flex and full width. So flex with full. Okay. Everything else we're going to comment out. So we need sign out, and it's going to be on click something like local storage clear or remove instance. Okay, so now, I mean, is it instance? I think I want to ask people for their like link or whatnot. How do I, like a profile link, or how do they call it? Account name. That's stupid. Okay, so I want them to copy this or this. Um, okay, so it should be sign out, and so the first, it's a button that has flex and full width, and now this button is set set username, and what it does is going to be a bit silly, but um, your username or profile link, and it will set to username. That's our plan. That's our whole plan. Okay, so now if we have uh, username, we're going to show it here. So username, okay, and good old-fashioned prompts. Yeah, prompts are good. More people should use them. I think that's the thing. The more you use platform stuff like selectors, prompts, dialogues, and stuff, the more browsers have incentive to make those look good. And if everyone used prompts, they would have looked great, right? Okay, so we're going to write something like your username is, and here it's username. So because it's not React, we can do this. Try. I think I already have this somewhere. I should make like a utility out of it, but oh, because it's not its username. Okay. Did I do the right thing? No, it should be. Okay. I know who you are now. Yeah. Who follows me on Twitter? That's probably all that I know about that one, brah. I'm joking. He also has YouTube. Okay, so we have all of this stuff, but it doesn't seem like it works. So when we ask for username, oh, it's set item. Oops. Okay, so now we set our username. Okay, still not working. Okay, it's here. Shows it here. Now let's check if we're reading the right one. It's local storage username. Okay, so okay, so it knows the username. I just don't want to show it. Oh, is that? Are we using solid wrong? No, it's impossible. We wouldn't. Your username is. Okay, so it's clearly there. Why wouldn't it be here? I'm confused. Right, show tag is our problem was that it's not showing it. Okay, so I'm gonna be a bit silly and I will just use non-reactive part, and it's not doing anything. So JSON stringify username. Okay, it's empty string. That's interesting. Okay, so I've seen this happen once before. So I was doing like create effect stuff here because for some reason it wouldn't update it from the client. I wonder if this is the same thing happening here. So we will do silly thing. We will do create effect. which is, of course, why would you? But we're going to. And our plan is to set username to old once. Okay. That plan didn't work out. Because I see the value. Like, what's the point? Okay. Yeah. And this is when people say that it's like Solid is so much better than React. There is no way I will have any problems with Solid. And sometimes you will. So I will do this. Now it's empty, then it's a string. Now it's showing up. Interesting. Yeah, so there is some like hydration kind of thing. Coping. uh, I mean, everyone tries to make sense of the world, and that's fine. Okay, so here's our plan. Here's our big square plan. Yes, I started watching Ryan Garniato. I don't know, like almost a year now. I think I started watching him, and then I decided to open my YouTube. I think that's probably like how it happened. Um, and I would sometimes like rewatch the same stuff like 3 times before I understand what's happening. And it's so funny to see like complete beginners sometimes in Ryan's uh, comments on Twitter or something like that, asking questions or like trying to like make sense of the world. And it's like, yeah, guys, you're like, you are where I was like a year ago. You're asking like such a silly questions. Yeah. So, and I think my like thing that I recently like went on a tirade on Twitter was for um like virtual dome and I think it was virtual dome. Everyone is like, yeah, solid is fast because it does have virtual dome. And I'm like, there are like fast virtual domes. So it's not that virtual dome is like inherently somehow slow. In this the same way that's probably like dirty checking is not inherently slow. It just if you're comparing like Angular, React, and something that came up like in the last year, yeah, but it's not the technology itself or like the name of technology that makes a difference. Oh, we need to make like outside click as well. Okay, we're not doing that for now. Um, so we need to do a bit of parsing. I don't know if I can creatively copy something from here. So instance. So what's the format for the instance? Refer and okay. So it have to be a URL. Okay. And yeah, but username is should it be username? Should it be a profile name? Does that make sense? They're creating like a division between those silly things. Okay, so set username. like one or the other. I think the format that we wanna store in. Oh, okay. So we need to return our like show stuff, right? So we're thinking, can we do username like that? Yeah, I think we can. Okay, so now if I copy this, yeah. Now the question is, when we have username, we need to make it into some kind of format. Is it always going to be the link? No, it's not always going to be the link. They can also copy this. So if they set username to this, it's going to be like that. So that's why we're looking for user instance split. I think it's not that bad of idea of just split by okay. So here's our plan. When we do prompt, if prompt is not good, we're doing is it dialogue or alert? Alert. Username has to be in format. Okay. So now what do we do with username? So we can do this. Then we expect to have a name, not name, but how do you call it? User. Great. User instance. Okay, so oh, it could be okay. I mean, I guess then we're waiting for early return. So it could be this. So if user and instance, then all is peachy, and we do like set username, username, or probably makes sense to do something like this. Like good username is this. Then we do set username, good username, and we oh, okay, yeah, something like that. Okay, so good username is this, and if good username, we do all of this. So now let's try. So we do set username, we copy this. Okay, it didn't complain. I was expecting to see, yeah, username has to be in this format. Oh, because we had username. Okay, so we should be returning only the here. So this is bad format. Now if we copy this, it's bad format as well. Now if we copy this, it should be good. Okay, so let's sign out. Yeah, sign out should also set is it empty? In yes, this. Okay, so sign out. Okay, set username. Sign out. Yeah. Now I have something like this. It will also work. Will it? Yeah, it will. Okay. I need to remove stringify. Okay, so set username. It's set. And so now, yeah. So now it could be link. Yeah. Oops, wrong format. So in case of this, we want to do like else, I guess. Well, it could just go into validating valid URLs. That's always fun. It used to be more fun. So now what you do is you do try new URL and then path split. Okay. Apparently Copilot is like hip with the times and they know what to do with with is mastodon and they know how formats work and all that stuff. So I think I will add a check here. So if path is set, then we do this. So we sign out, set URL. Okay. We got a bit more more maybe path is set and path first symbol is at, then we need to add. That's pretty good job of Copilot. Yeah, so I get it from like both sides. So I use Elixir, and Elixir is basically pretty poorly supported, and half of the time, especially when it was beta, it will just produce like Ruby code because Ruby and Elixir look kind of the same, but like it will not work. And I use TypeScript where it's really cool. Yeah, so I don't believe in every once in a while it produces something that you couldn't. The problem is that it's actually as we saw just now, it did almost the right thing, but not exactly the right thing because the like at sign was wrong. So the hardest part about using Copilot is to find all of those like tricky bugs that Copilot introduces. So that's the that's it for me. Okay. Copilot is good at kind of like stuff that is, how would you say it? I sometimes have like people who will type something that I'm talking, like I'm saying like, okay, let's do like this or let's do that, and they type what I say. If I say something simple, they know what to do, and that's going to be the result. But I can't just say, hey, and write a program from like now on. That's the same limitation with Copilot. It if it understands you well, it will do what you think it will, but you don't have like a feedback of, like, when you're talking to a person, they will squeamish and you will like feel that they don't get what you're saying. But Copilot is like a bad student that does want to look bad. They will produce result with kind of like that looks as confident as every other result, but it will be like complete garbage. And I think that's the, if it was like maybe like color graded or something, it's like this is like we're very sure that this is a good response, and this is like us just guessing. I think that will make it like more, yeah, the feedback of like, did Copilot understand what I'm saying, or does it just like make it look like it understands what I'm saying? That's pretty true. I was writing a bunch of stuff for Node. It copied some code, but realized it kind of just went off on its own and did the complete wrong thing. Yeah. And especially if you keep it doing like stuff longer, it gets more and more stuck like a real person would. Yeah. Yeah, some color coding just like, this is like Stack Overflow with 1,000 plus ones, right? And this is like, I'm just guessing. This is as good guess as just like throwing a dice. So that's what I think. What I'm waiting, I guess. Okay, so we did all of this username stuff. Problem with it that we need to turn it back to URL now for for our Mastodon redirect to work. Yeah. Like, this is exactly like a student trying to come up with the answer when they don't know anything. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think it like it misses the code of like closing model back in, but this is for someone who knows CSS to fix. I will just write it down somewhere. Uh, click outside of drop down should close it. What's a word cell? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, by the way, Thomas, I just want to thank you again for writing all of this stuff, because I was like, I wish it worked better, and you just like went ahead and did it. It's really cool. So now that we can have, I wish it was some kind of like there was some marking of like knowing if you signed in or not. Word cell shape rotator. Okay. Reality shapes, reality is words. It doesn't look like a. Yeah, this is a bit too degen for me. Okay. How many cubes you rotate in your brain? Okay. Did I like it? why do word cells win? Okay. I think I kind of like start to get what it's trying to say, but what was this comment for? Word cell level answer. Okay. I still didn't. Yeah, thank you, Thomas, and yeah, get some sleep. I should disconnect soon as well, but I want to finish at least like one feature. So yeah, I guess I will tweet if I will succeed. Copilot is doing word cell. I mean that's kind of like by definition. It just like guesses next word, and that's why the longer it goes, the harder it is to guess. Because it kind of like lost all the original context. Okay, so we did this CSS stuff. We should remove this thing. It's basically, so it's nav. It's some nav stuff. It's here. So we commented everything here out. We should also do this one and this one. Okay, so now it's a bit easier. And yeah, mark of change. That's I mean, in some sense that's how it always is, right? It just gets better and better at guessing the next word, and that's what I do right now. Okay. I mean, you'll want to make this thing close. Okay. So now that we can set username, all those links that are for web dev stuff. Okay. So so this is our Mastodon user component, and good thing about it so far was that it was completely server generated, and if we could keep it that way, so if it was just redirect like that, so if we can keep it this way, it would be cool. So now if I open this in a new tab, oh, you broke something. What did you break? Yeah, I bet those caches just died. Anyway, so if I click on it, not set, visit. Yeah, and I have no way to check if it was set. Yeah, broken images, I think they're not broken here yet. Oh, yeah. I guess it was just like rate limiting. So it's fine. We don't have to worry about it for now. So I'll click on this and it's like, hey, not set, visit your instance. Which is probably not hard. I just do set equals this, and it couldn't parse it, so I need to HTTPS it a bit. And it's installed, and I'll click on it. It redirects me to the right one. Okay. Requires JS. So yeah, I don't know what's the right answer here. So it's still bad that although actually if you think about it, okay, so so if it wasn't just redirect, but if it was also set at the same time, right? So it's like set and redirect. So use this instance and redirect to this. So if you have this, and if you have a username, what we can do in JavaScript is pretty sneaky. At the moment where we are setting a username, so we create new effect and do like console log username, right? Oops. So every time you get the username, we do this. If we sign out, username is empty. If we set a new username, it's something. So we always know username. So we can also just do document select all. So select all links, right? And those a bunch of links. How do I look at it? Okay. So, and let's select all links that have account display name. I wonder if you're thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, but so now that we have all links, jQuery it up. Yes. Then you're thinking what I'm thinking. So we will do a bit of adjustment to our script just to make our lives a bit easier. So we have href here, but we will also have like data href. And we need this because, so let's take like a first link. And so its href is like this, but it's data href is I always forget how to get those. So it's this, and this is href, but there's data set. It has href. Yes. So now I can do this. I can do href plus whatever. So whatever unlucky user is like me, right? So now I have like a gibberish at the end. And you guessed it. Now, just like on every new username, I will go through. So for every link, I will do a data sets href plus okay, I'm trying to balance my parentheses. So all of this is like JS ignore because this is most like jQuery thing ever. Okay, interesting. I think we stored the wrong thing in the username. All roads lead to jQuery. Yeah, the thing is that this is not jQuery. This is vanilla JavaScript, which is way better than jQuery because jQuery requires all the I think it's like 40 kilobytes gzipped or something like that, and this is, I don't know, like 40 bytes. Okay, so yeah, I was surprised that React was still a bit bigger than jQuery, but not by much. Okay, so now the problem is actually, okay. So we wanna have our username stored in local storage, probably in URL format. Yeah, so here I like, instead of storing good username, I'm storing username, and that's what I did wrong. So copy this, I set this, and it's right one. So now all the links have like wrong format. What we want to do is where's our, so it should be like, and whatever there was, and set equals this stuff. So redirect and set equals, but it shouldn't be username, it should be like the URL format. So our hope is that we can do URL, set URL maybe, and set URL is I guess it's like if username, then username split, so it's a user instance, and then if user in instance, we do URL is new URL. It requires where's the constructor? So I think you can do something like user and instance. Then we do all of this stuff and we do set URL href. Now we need to close all the brackets and okay, fail to construct URL. Okay, so what if we do https / plus instance? Okay, worked. And now redirect is this and set is this. Okay, so now open that in incognito. Redirect is this. So it's like, hey, set your URL. And we're like, it's hierarchy at fos.don.org. And we click on this one, it's fos.don. Okay, it has hierarchy twice. Who's at fault here? Okay, me is at fault. We don't need username. Interesting. Okay. So we do this. Okay, we don't need slash at the end. I mean, it's probably not breaking anything, or does it? Oh, it does. Okay. Then I'm real confused. I should probably just do this, even though it feels a bit unsafe. But okay, so what happened here? Oh, okay. So maybe because we are using incognito, local storage doesn't work there. Or maybe there's just a bug in the code. Hmm. I wish this worked. Oh, it does allow local storage. Yeah, I think you're right, because it would have worked even weirder if it didn't. But I think our set and redirect stuff doesn't work at the same time. So one other jQuery approach is for each username that we create, we can create an iframe that is set to where is it? like this. So we have iframe is src this, and okay, it's complaining about something. All right, so it should be this. Okay, so we have all of this stuff. So now we turn I want to say this is create memo. So it's iframe URL, and we do all of this except that we return here. Oops. Without the slash. And we need to close some. Okay. So now this is, oops. Okay, so set all of this. So, okay, an instance. Okay, so it's going to be this and iframe URL. So iframe URL and this iframe. So if the username is not set, it's nothing, but set your instance at mastodon. So when we change our can it onset? Probably can't. So local storage. Where's local storage? Local. Yes. So set item, get item. Yeah, there is no reset. So so here's the plan. So if we unset, it does nothing. But if you set to this, it will set to mastodon. Now, if I click on this link, okay. I think there is just a bug somewhere. Oh no, I do set here as well. Oh no, I need to remove set now. Didn't I remove that already? No, I didn't remove this. Okay. So now if I click on this, okay. It added slash again. Why is there a slash? There shouldn't be a slash. It's not a slash. It's this. Okay. So doing this, opening this. Okay. So we did that right. It's just when I click on it, yeah. So Tut Cafe goes to Tut Cafe. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's say we are not crazy. That could happen, right? We could be not crazy. So let's go here and let's say that this is user name and it's just this. Now now we can keep it like that for now. Yeah, I mean, we can probably even return it to the previous version, which was mastodon profile stuff, which we kind of assume that it works. No, I couldn't copy it. Okay, let's me copy. Yeah, I should just copy this. I should just do this. Do this. I mean, I already kind of have title for this, but this feels a bit more deliberate. So now let's go to all the URLs and just do the thing. So so we want to do instance and all that stuff. So we I think we just comment out iframe because this seems like a cool idea if it works. So now it's just mastodon. It's just my server. So, and if you go to this code and we check for instance stuff. So if it doesn't match, just do a dataset username. So reach Harris. Okay, it should be the yeah, it's basically missing the first. Okay, so this one. What's happening? Oh, I'm not crazy. I just not signed in into that instance. So I should be just testing in a different browser because we did two redirects. So basically when we click on reach Harris, okay, so let's go back to iframe. We need to do iframe. We need not to do this. And then here, no, it's layout. Need this one. So here we keep all of this, refresh. So now it's redirect. So we need okay. So okay, we can do both. So first is like this one. Hey, you didn't set your instance. So now if we go to this one. And we just set our instance. So now because of iframe, yeah, it has that extra character that we removed. So now because we set our iframe, when I click on it, it opens it in the proper one. Because I wasn't signed in this. So here, I mean, like here, everything works, but here nothing works. Because it actually sent me to the right instance. It's just my instance sent me back. Okay, so this is a solution with iframe. I think iframe solution is the cleaner one, but it runs more requests. So because you need to run the iframe. The set URL solution that we did before is probably working fine. It was just like I was testing it wrong. So, and that one is like the most jQuery jQuery approach. We should try to check if it works. That's probably the what we need. So here again, it's layout. We need this one. So this is our original href. We wanna go to it and add set. So a okay href plus set URL equals HTTPS instance. Okay, so now every link should have set URL, and if I test in the wrong browser, it will redirect me to Mastodon. But now if I test in the right browser, both redirect and set will set me to my, and if I click on my link, it will properly remove the yay. That's cool. We did it. We did freak out a bit in the process. Okay, so I wonder what we can do with href doesn't exist an element. Okay, interesting. So what if it was a link element or like anchor? Okay, element a. Okay. HTML anchor element. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. I mean, it's duplicating stuff, but I'm fine with it for now. So people who don't set their usernames are going to see. Oh no. What happened? Oh yeah, because I said it before already, or okay, because I need, in case of okay, so I need to return here. I need to return here. Oh, okay. Okay. It's fine. Everything is fine as long as I'm not resetting href back to whatever it was when I'm signing out. So it will update when the new username happens, but it doesn't update if I unset it. And it should. I mean, at least if it needs to. That's kind of the. Yeah, that's why, kids, you don't do jQuery. That's why it's better when everything is reactive and you don't have to think about it, right? So, and now is the time when we're like, should we just do iframe stuff? And I think there is another question of what if we wanna skip the mastodon redirect stuff? Yeah, I think okay, so we will redo it this way. So our plan is to have like a suffix, and it's empty. Then we are going to set suffix to this part, and then we are unconditionally running through all of this stuff. So this will do redirect, but it will not it will do redirect, and it will reset it if okay, so I think I will do something like this. So A is, then I don't need this. Okay, and I think that's it. I still want to do something with this username. Kind of like, I wish there was some way to mark it as like done. Okay, so I should also change this unverified. So as template. So it's going to be tech Twitter. Okay, so we also need to update these instructions. Right, so that's actually what I'm that's actually why I started this project. It was started with Twitter, not Mastodon in mind, but the idea is that you can have pages like that are verifying users. So it gives you like basically like verified link. So if you are on so it's deployed on unverified. So when you are on this page, like this QR code like brings you back to this page, and those links on this page are kind of like verified. So we know that this user is this user, and we can have maybe some kind of signatures or whatnot to to verify all of that stuff later. But I'm thinking just like paid accounts, just $8 a month makes sense, keeps up the moderation spend, right? Okay. Okay, so let's go back here, and so we added this username stuff, and we added all the redirect stuff. So now let's figure out how to commit all of this stuff. I had so many plans, so many things that needed to be done, right? But okay, so we wanted to add Anthony, and oh, I'm afraid to open my real Twitter. I think it and foo as well, yeah. So 2930 2930. Yeah. So and view and tweet and verified. So that's the plan. The users. Yes, that's like one verification server to rule them all. That I have so many ideas on that front. Like this kind of like checkmark stuff is just like one of the one of the simplest things to implement. But yeah, I want you to think, oh, there's a McDonald's across the street near me. I wonder if that's a real McDonald's. And we will have a service that can verify that. Okay, so we need to figure out what okay, I think in this file we just need this. Oh, I did it the other way around. I think we just need this. So we will keep the like to do and all of those random changes. Yeah. So one of the reasons why I like that we moved to Mastodon redirect is that Dino is much faster. I like that. Let's move. Okay, so let's call it. Oh yeah. We need to update instructions. Yeah. So you saving your instance at will help you a lot. See this tweet for more information. Okay, so our plan is to say something like we are using copying. We are using mastodon redirect Dino to redirect you to your to the instance that you are logged in. That's going to be like the part of like, hey, maybe you're not logged in. Yeah, Dino deploy is pretty nice. What I kind of like appreciate the most about Dino deploy is that it has its own kind of like code sandbox included, right? You can quickly edit something, press save, and you have deployed website. I know that like AWS Lambda has like something similar, but it's not as fast. It's not as kind of like nice to use, right? To redirect you to the instance that you're logged in, please set your username. Please set your username. Maybe like something like here. How would I link those two islands? Lambda is so bad. After using Cloudflare workers, can you go back to Lambda? I haven't played with Cloudflare. I know that like 2 years ago, I was like, okay, I need to do something with it. I created an account. That's it. I need to kind of like figure out more of the like cache stuff. It's good that like Netlify and Vercel do all of this for you, and you don't have to think about it. Yeah, but I should probably think about it. Okay, we're using master redirected instance. Please set up your username in the top right corner on this page. Will people understand what it means? I don't trust people to understand stuff. Uh, so this link, I could be Cloudflare workers have durable objects, cross context. Right, so durable objects and like WebSockets on Cloudflare. I know that Solid Start has a demo of like using it for real-time updates, but as I said, I never played with it. We use WebSockets at work, but we use Elixir. Okay, so this button, it could have even like ID. So set username. Then we can do please set your username for it to work correctly. Oh, someone raided me. That never happens. uh, oh, I don't know how to pronounce that. And it usually shows what kind of like game person was playing before or like doing something. It's John. Okay. Yeah. So, can you say something about yourself? What you were doing? Yeah, me too. So. Fixing carousel in React. Uh, Interesting. So, I mean, that happens. I just wanted to say that we are doing solid.js, so it's a lot like React, and we are actually trying something that's called like island architecture. So that's where um, uh, basically server produces all HTML, and it's not like client side JavaScript as React usually is run. It's mostly just running on the server, and then if you want to do something on the client, you need to kind of like opt in into it. And we are playing with all sorts of kind of like jQuery looking stuff. So right now we have this button which has like set username ID, and we want to make it so that when you click on this link, we need to mark it with some class of like text blue, hover blue, and hover underscore maybe. Yeah, something like that. Please add your username. I think we need to make it a bit lighter. Yeah, so what we want to do is when you click on this link, we want to find uh, that element and try to click on it. So this is a lot of like plain plain HTML and plain JavaScript. So document query selector. I already forgot. Oh yeah, set username and like click. Can you do something like that? Yeah, I see you. Thank you for the rate. Can get element by ID and click on it. Okay, so let's try it. I think TypeScript is just complaining because it doesn't know if it's anchor element or something like that. Okay. Okay, so if this works, this is probably this is probably it. Okay, so no. I wish it did. It could be that I didn't find the element, so just to make sure. Hmm. Okay. Because this is an island, it's not running JavaScript. We need to opt into JavaScript right now. Okay. I mean, we could do like inline script and do something like that, which is going to be like even funnier. But I think we should do island. So how did we do island here? We did this. Oops. So what's wrong with this? Okay. So our nav dropdown, we want to save it as set username button. Okay, so now we remove all that. We remove all that. We rename all of that. So we get where's that button? Oh no, it's template again. Okay, so our button, this one, get here. Okay, what's complaining about? Cannot find React, right? Actually forget what you need to do for it to work. Sometimes it does this. Okay, so I'm going to ignore that for now. So now we go here. We do oh no, it's set usernames button. This is so stupid, I like it. Okay, it worked. I think this crashed again. Oh no. I think you broke it. Well, Pepper, what's a typer? Done is not functioning. Yeah, but it's like it's somewhere in inside of solid start. So let's do this. Oh, okay. So this one. So let me remove it for now. Okay, it works. So let me not turn it on for now. Okay, creates an island when load and the console log it. Right, it's probably console log on the server. Yes. So now let's try any other island like counter, and let's try to enable it. Right, and it crashes. So it's a question of something. Okay, so okay, it looks like we broke it. Okay, let's go back to this version, and it worked. So let's remove on click from it. I mean, can I do on click equals JavaScript? Yeah, something like that. I mean, it works. So can we just do this? The only problem is that quotes, right? We do this. It will work. uh, hello, JavaScript on click. So this was original island architecture. This was how stuff was done. uh, uh, now I'm glad that it didn't work the right way. Okay, so and it's like my name is this as this.com, right? So now if I click on this, it will what? Did it break it again? Oh no, it's the user that it shouldn't work for. Okay, we need to test on this one. So okay, so now if I sign out, I click on this. Oh yeah, I need to go to redirect must don't redirect the dev. No. Okay. Copy link. I need to go here. I need to go to application, reset storage. Okay, so now I go back here, look on this one. It's like, hey, please set something. And when I say something, I want to do something random. Yeah, so it basically couldn't verify it, or what happened? Okay, but if I set glarky at mastodon.com or .org, okay, still didn't work. Oh, it's set, not set URL. Okay, so this is the real one. If I delete it and go, it's still there. If I sign out and delete it and click, it's not working. Now if I set fake one and I click, it sends me to this URL, but this is kind of like what was expected. And now if I do set username glarky at dudecafe, if I click on this one, it'll be shares. Yeah, so I think we're calling it done. We fixed this. We added AD. This is perfect. This is the full island experience. Okay, so we leave out instructions. I think there was like, yeah, lol stuff. You need to fix lols a bit. Okay, so updated instructions, we updated URLs, and everything kind of works. It's, yeah, we need this, and set username button didn't work out. So add UI to, it's not really UI, it's prompt, right? Add UI to be able to set your instance so that migrate to redirect mastodon Dino. Okay. Okay. So everything is fine. Just push it. Should be a framework around that. I mean, isn't that the point that there is no framework? Okay, so I wanted to do a bit more. We got stuck on CSS, of course, and okay. Let's review our plan. I think so we did that. We Thomas asked us to do grid instead of this list. We will do this eventually. tags, filter falsos, all that is stuff there. We didn't do deploy or API yet. We were able to do setting your instance. So we could mark it kind of like that. And yeah, all of this is more CSS stuff. Personal page. Right. So I think now that we have yeah, it's an interesting question about personal pages because yeah. Okay, so did it get deployed? Yes. Perfect. I think this should have been a link, or maybe like link to tweet or something. Yeah, so Larky at os.org. Now, do I have someone I'm not following yet? I was adding more people. Maybe Jake? Yeah. Okay, so this is our instance. This is his name. Follow, and it worked. Okay. I would have created like a tweet or something of what I did. Hey, Walter YX. I don't know how to parse parts of this name. I don't know when you joined, but basically I'm working on this page for kind of like tech Twitter refugees that are fleeing crazy billionaire or whatnot. And basically people who are popular on Twitter and they move to Mastodon because it's a bit of a hustle to kind of like what I did. I just search for word Mastodon in my Twitter timeline and try to find everyone who kind of like left for Mastodon, but not everyone's going to tweet about it. Not everyone you can find, and maybe you don't even like follow them on Twitter. So like I don't follow Jake. If he does something interesting, not particular Jake, but like you don't have to follow big Twitter people on Twitter because you will see them anyway. It's like enough of your followers follow them, so it's like the algorithm will push them to you. But on Mastodon, it's more important to kind of like manually follow everyone. So that's kind of the idea. So everyone who has like a few thousand followers on Twitter and does something like JavaScript related, that I could find, right? I mean, Louis, I'm sorry, he's doing like Elixir Gleam stuff. So this is like my list. I wish more people would share like the people they follow. So it could be like a fun list with filters, and if you're like interested in JavaScript, you can find everyone who is doing JavaScript and all that stuff. So there's a ton of features missing for this to be like a real web app. So yeah, we're working on features. So we're working on this like drop down and ability to set your username. Unfortunately, it's it's with like JavaScript prompt, so I couldn't I couldn't create like a separate page for it yet, but it will be done eventually. And right, and we're using solid start with island architecture, which is like focused on delivering as kind of like as low JavaScript as possible. So for example, on this page, we are getting where they look for it. Yeah, so like 10 kilobytes of JavaScript. So this is our I mean, it could probably be even less. So like a lot of this markup could be a static one. So we can optimize it more. Where is it? So basically, like the framework itself, it's just those two files. So it's around like I don't remember, like 9 kilobytes. And if you have 10 and yeah, so that's so like 9 kilobytes and 1.5 kilobytes of our code. Pretty decent UX. Yeah, I mean, I joked about it, but like the more people use browser APIs, the more it pressures browsers to make that UI look nicer. So we should do that more. But anyway, so this is focused on like making pages smaller and faster, and I'm using React at work, but here on stream I can play with this more crazy stuff. Basically, it's start.solid.js, what we're using right now. The other framework that I do a lot of videos about is like Astro, which is also Island framework. That one we actually use at work. And yeah, and we use React at work. So I'm kind of like, I'm thinking React, Solid, and Astro are kind of like three most important things that you should kind of like follow of what is happening, because it I think it will have like a kind of like biggest impact on yeah. So actually where is he? Yeah, the authors are too small. I can find him. Is he even here? Yeah, that's why we need search. Joel. Okay, there it is. Oh yeah. We should set up our. Where is it? Yeah. So he posted recently that he. Where is it? Yeah, it's a bit. It's probably just like his website, right? Yeah. So he posted an article about okay, I don't know where to find it. That is no. So he basically rewriting his website with Astro right now, and he posted like it was somewhere. I don't know how to find it yet, but he's kind of like thoughts of his experience. He was porting from Gatsby, which is like pretty popular React based one to Astro. Yeah, and if I find if I find the link, I will try to add it to video description. But I guess that's it. And yeah, I need to go. It's like almost 3 a.m. right now. I wonder what's your time zone. That one, brah. If you're still here, and if I don't have too much, yeah, it's almost 4. Yeah, that's yeah. I try to figure out how to stream in earlier hours. So I plan to do something like either something really early or maybe like 10, 11 a.m. But yeah, I haven't figured it out yet. So that's why I'm doing it at night. Anyway, thanks. And yeah, I will try to add all of that stuff in description later.